Morning, Father Peter here. It is Friday, September 14th, and I just want to have a few words with you, and thanks for clicking on here. So, you may remember that last spring we as a parish launched into the Spiritual Vitality Initiative. This was a movement of the Spirit that led us to hungering for Christ and wanting to get more. We had two goals. The first goal was that everybody who comes in our doors and everybody who comes through our digital portal might experience a deeper life in Christ, a growth in their spiritual life, that they might feel the touch of the living God in their lives. The second goal was that we as a parish might extend the boundaries of our reach, not because we need to, but because we have the great desire to share the spirit of our community more broadly, because what we have to offer is a most beautiful and holy thing. To solve our two goals, we did two things. The first thing was that we, 220 of us, took the spiritual life inventory that came to us from Renewal Works. You may remember this. Many of you did this on your computer. What that showed was that 25%, a quarter of our community, is exploring the faith, trying it on. It also showed us that 55% of the peoples here are growing in their faith. They're feeling a deepening of that spirit. 17% of us feel that they are really diving ever more deeper and deeper into the faith, experiencing some real communion. And 3% of our community said that my life is completely Christ-centered. In addition to the spiritual life inventory, we also did the spiritual vitality house churches, right? And 110 of us gathered in house churches and talked about the holy things of our lives. And out came this incredible outpouring of the heart, really, this desire for more. We as a community want more. We want to touch the living Christ. We want our parish to help us learn how to do that. While this was all being processed, in Austin, Texas, the General Convention of the Episcopal Church was going on. Our great and charismatic leader, the Most Reverend Michael Curry, famous now for his sermon in England, came forth and said, we as a church, a whole communion, should take on developing these spiritual practices. He called it the way of love, spiritual practices for a Jesus-centered life. So, that's exactly what we're doing. We're doing just what the boss called us to do. We are taking the hunger that we said we wanted, and we are addressing what we as a community said we were on it. So the theme for this year is the way of love, spiritual practices for a Jesus-centered life. At the 9 o'clock hour, we are having incredible holy conversation about this. I encourage you to come and have a conversation about growing in the faith. You can't come, zero right in on your digital device and you can stream it live. I want you to know also that this goal, this way of love, this spiritual practices, this stuff isn't going away. This is the North Star for us. And I also want you to come Sunday because I'm going to talk about love, but I'm going to talk about it, I believe, in a way that perhaps you haven't heard about it recently. So, God bless you. I love you. Can't wait to see you. Prayers and peace for your life.